something to be said about hard-nosed full contact. It's like that raw rap all the way back to boom bap. Spikes up, Ty Cobb inspired killing the corners. Heating up with recklessness, we still getting warmer. Nevertheless, nothing contest, we bring it best. Wile E. Coyote mixed with Roadrunner, full comers. Holding your title hostage, the kings we smoke others. You're either with us or against us, it doesn't matter which. Scouting your weakness, we bring the wrath when we hit. There's never been a squatters or a trash goes can spit. You might get bashed with a stick while I'm pounding a fence. Look around, you're a fish while I'm rounding it quick. Take a look at the base and sprint off with a fist in your face. No remorse, no mercy, no force can hurt me. This couch purposely bring the pain, come try to work me. But there's a crew of dirty cats.
Good evening, softball fam, and anybody else we call fam. You're not all softball, I get that. Welcome to yet another edition of the Glue Guys program, number 30 in a line of 30 before this. Good evening, some different setup. Blaze Rock couldn't be with us tonight, so he sent his computer stand-in.
Yes. Welcome. Thank you.
I guess we're doing VR tonight.
Yeah, we're in the metaverse. This is the 30th show, so we are in the Glue Guys metaverse. Brought to you in large part or in no part by Meta, after all.
God, I hope not. They partly muted the show on a copyright infringement last week. The guy who owns the fucking copyright is sitting. Well, not him, but him, but not him.
It's a crazy thing. It's
he owns the copyright.
It's okay, so it's even more frustrating for me for that reason, because so it's with the distribution method that we use, a lot of the time, they do these weird sweeps that will have periods of time where even on our own social media, if we don't credit it properly in the meta tags and or in the software itself, then all of a sudden it will flag it. And then I've had to do like 5 or 6 appeals over and over and over, and eventually they go, oh yeah, you're right. It's a fucking hassle. It's been going on. There's 3 songs right now that it's doing it on. This show obviously has Spikes Up. Another one is Diamond Pressure that keeps doing it, and I can't remember the other one, but I don't know. It's a pain in the ass.
It's just, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Partial mutes are a pain in the ass anyway, because it makes you think like, what the fuck did it mute? And when did it mute it? I mean, the good part, of course, is it's probably the first part of the show. It mutes it at the beginning, and then all of a sudden we come on. I don't know, but it's fucking annoying. I hate the shit.
Yeah. So for show 30, couple advancements here in the presentation of the show. I thought I was hot shit. I got a new camera, which obviously it's a little wider. So what that allows me to do is put the wonderful Glue Guys program YouTube up. So if you ever want to go back and watch old shows, they're all right on YouTube. Just look up Glue Guys and it'll come up. There's a Glue Guys who do Brooklyn Nets. So God, I'm sorry, but you'll be able to tell the difference. And you can see all our programs there. So now, obviously, with the bigger, wider camera, boom. Plus, you see kind of my Funko half-ass display. And I thought I was hot shit. And then this guy is like fully pulling Avatar over here. I'm waiting to see him fly off on some bug ship something.
Man,
James Cameron pop in. I don't know.
Nah, I'm here. I'm just experiencing a different location.
Well, I'm just jealous because I'd like to do that too, where I don't have to clean up the stuff that's in the view of the camera, and I didn't really,
Shit, yeah.
So I put a couple things out. It's behind me, little Easter eggs, But I went full goth today. I got a little dressed up for show 30. I don't know if we're supposed to get each other a gift or something. I don't know how that works, but anyway, my Funko's kind of on my display, and then I added. This is even hotter. I mean, I just thought I was the hottest shit with this. All right, so I took one of my old camera. Let me see if I know how to do this. See, Marlos usually does this, so bear with me here. And I set it up to where I now have a Funko cam. And let me get that sucker in there as soon as it wants to cooperate. I'm not sure if it's going to. Let's see. Is it up? I saw something pop up.
Yeah, it's up.
And there it is. So it's not the greatest, but it's the Funko cam. So now I have literally a dedicated cam to the Funkos. So as I get more in the weeks, because I'm not going to stop. In fact, I just ordered Dr. Green Thumb today. That'll be coming in. That's getting released July 1st. Our Be Real, I think, from Cypress Hill. But anyway, as Dr. Green Thumb, got to have that. So now we have the Funko cam there, and you can see I got my golf award up there. I got my Rush bobblehead. That's a big acquisition for me. I got some guitar players up there. So anyway, I'll be messing with that in the weeks coming. I'll try to fix it. So let's get that out of there. I made my point.
Hey,
Moving on. So now let's get into it. We got some ads, man. Let's take care of the people. Take care of us. Hey, what's going on, chat? I see you. First and foremost, talk about Mr. Czar Realty, taking care of all your Valley real estate needs. I heard a rumor today that the interest rate's going up again.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Absolutely no fun. Yes, they were. Just look a little harder. Maybe all that dust storm that you just had got in your eyes, Jared. You're not seeing properly. Clean your eyes out. So obviously the real estate market's going to change again, even if it goes up 0.25 that they're talking about. Combined with the 0.75, you're up a whole percent. Yes. That changes the game, ladies and gentlemen. That changes the entire game. I'm not looking for a house anymore. I'm more worried about my job watching them build these houses. So you're going to need some help to navigate as these prices fluctuate and the inventory goes up, because we know people are still trying to get top dollar for these houses and ride this thing out. So call our friends over at Czar Realty. They will guide you through the process, whether you're buying or selling. And any questions you would have, just give them a call. It's free to call, man. I'm not going to charge you to make a phone call and ask some questions. Both Marlis and I have taken advantage of that with Mickey.
Most definitely.
And if you saw earlier, his Hetfield's up there. I forgot to bring it to him this week. So the James Hetfield's not mine. That's Mickey's. He's a much bigger Metallica fan than I am. Oh, my. Bali checking in, Blaze. Bali checking in. Vince is awake. I know it's
Look at this guy. There.
He's
Look
been
at this guy.
I know he's sick of humidity and rain. He went to the one place on the earth that it's probably the worst, but I know he's having a good time. We love the travel videos, the travel vlog. Is that the hot thing to say, the vlog? So, yes. Yeah. Oh, boy. Czar will help you find a house and a new softball team, too. Ha. Okay. Chat's on fire already. Let's go. Show 30. We need some excitement. Moving on. My boy Teditz, actually, today's a sad day. His CPU's running at 90 degrees right off the rip, so he's taking a break until we figure that out. He's got to get that fixed.
That's bad. So, that's bad news.
Yeah, I think the thermal paste wore out, but I'm not an expert, so he is talking to actual experts. Hopefully he'll be streaming very soon again, although that may mean he may pop up tonight and make fun of everyone. He has warned me of that many times, so we'll just see if that happens in chat. Our friends over at Marty's, I remembered – put it where you can see it. Boom! There it is. The official Glue Guys thermos. Any of your printing needs, okay? They can do it on thermoses. I still have one of the cups left. Anything you could possibly think of for gifts. They have great ideas. If you're not sure what you want, call John and the crew over there. They can get you through anything you could possibly need, from your simple trophies and medals and things like that, all the way up to hats, cups and things. They're doing the word I can't pronounce on top of bat shelves now. It looks awesome. I'm just gonna skip it, just like
sublimation.
It's like it's like $1 million period or $10,000 pyramid, whatever that old show. Yeah, pass. Come back to it.
Wow.
Sub, so they can sub out your shelves.
Wow.
They're working on laser engraving on gloves now too, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
so anyway. Talk to John over there. Great gift ideas. Speaking of shelves, our boy Kevin over McDilly Sports, the toughest shelves you're going to be able to buy here, period. I mean, I've kicked mine around just to check it, so because I want to make fun of them on the shelf. I can't break the friggin' shelf, man, so I can't even try to have something to hold over his head, and I don't have it. I can't break the shelf. All right, I got all kinds of crap on it here in my coffee. Yes, I'm drinking coffee. Yeah, I can't break it, dude. If you need a shelf and you need a thing to stick up, McDilly's the way to go. I mean, it's his plexi thicker than anything I've seen on any other shelves. The printing's awesome. He puts the cup holders wherever you want it. Basically, you can design the shelf itself. You want 2 or 3 shelves in there. You want to make room for something else. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could probably throw a cooler in here and somehow hook it up where it looks amazing. So, yeah, I know. It's 4-1. The game's not over. Shut your mouth. And we just lost Harper. Stop. Just stop. Don't get me started on baseball. It's a waste of your time and mine. Moving on, last but not least, Jimmy or it's a Haro Solar. Again, we're in summer, folks. We are inside. I got 4 fans running here. I don't know if you can hear them, but I don't care. I'd rather be cool. Poor Marlos plays Apex with me. It sounds like he's in a power station. It's hot, man. It's hot, and I'm tired of paying APS all this goddamn money. And if I wasn't renting, I would have put these solar things on top of my house a long time ago.
Man,
talk to Jimmy, man. How nice is it going to be to send APS like $1.30 every month instead of $130? All right, we'll get your bill knocked down. Sweet deal with the solar. Trust me, it's the way to go. If you own your house, save yourself some goddamn money. We don't know when these gas prices are going to improve. If they are, put some money back in your pocket. You don't have to buy electric. Just get solar and drive your regular car. All right, taking care of the ads. And then, of course, I didn't call it up, but don't forget our friend Benny for all your car repair needs. My daughter's car is amazing. She now knows what it feels like to have a real clutch in her car, thanks to Benny. He delivered. I mean, I think I talked about last. Look, you can't go wrong. Get a hold of Benny, man. Why even mess around?
Yeah, he's going to be.
Don't go to Firestone. We don't even know if that guy knows how to change the oil, let alone fix an actual problem with your car. All right? Go to somebody you can trust. Has pretty much seen every kind of repair that is known to man. Not to mention, the rumor was he had changed out an engine in a Tahoe in a day and a half. Okay? And he started without the gaskets. It took 12 hours to get the gaskets. So that alone is pretty impressive. Give Benny a call. All right? Pretty good weekend. Hot. Real goddamn hot. I knew that. Thank God for that air conditioning Cactus. But we had some champions. We had some people take the belts home. Senior co-ed went off really well, I thought. Girls weren't really getting hit at. Some people disagree. I watched most of the games. I didn't see it. We had a couple batter on pitcher crime, but it was always a guy pitching. Papa got a couple shot back at him this weekend playing co-ed. It was funny that the masks started to come off as the day went on. Guys just weren't. It was too hot. But, congrats real quick. We'll get into detail more later, but congrats real quick. Okay, S. Bob taking the majors, got the belt. Puro taking AAA, showing that it takes more than one to win a team. All right, everybody chipped in on that one. And then on the co-ed first annual, Standard Plumbing took the ship there. We'll get into more detail. Real quick, very important announcement as I'm running down the list here. All right, we named our senior 40s women's coach. I conferred with people I trust in the women's game because I'm going to admit I'm not that up on it. Not enough to start trying to judge this. So I talked to some people I trust who know the players, and we kind of came to a consensus, and we have named Demita Smith our women's coach. Congratulations. Nikki, good job. Congratulations. I guess your avatar can't clap. So congrats on that. She'll be taking care of the women 40s. Obviously, folks, I just want to remind you about the playing requirements as we go into this. We'll get more into the Challenge Cup. I'm still trying to work. I'm still working with National to find out what the hell the rules are going to be. I'm getting very frustrated. I keep hearing rumors. I don't like rumors. All right. I want facts, and I'm trying to get them, and I don't have them. So I'm frustrated. I'm trying not to flip out prematurely because it'll only burn me in the long run. But very soon, folks, the dumpster might be lit on fire. I'm just putting it out there for you to ponder. So hopefully I'll have some. So let's see. Co-ed. Apparently you aren't supposed to try and throw girls out at first from the outfield. That is frowned upon. Maybe an unwritten rule, but that is frowned upon. When his knee's feeling better. He put the word out today, Jay, that he's looking to play in that Cactus Classic.
Cactus Cup. The Cactus Cup. Cactus Cup. So
you might. You and the wife might have to be on alert. I'll let you know where he ends up, and then we could get that done and get him in the group there.
Hopefully, because people might be like, "Nah, fuck that guy." And then I'll
you got the stance for
the weekend.
No. After seeing my boy Matty Ice's picture, came out great with his rooster tail on the top of his helmet, which I don't agree with, but it did look cool, mini. It did, and then
very fresh.
And then my favorite was Mickey, and then they got Mike Callis from BPM next to him. First. That came out really nice. So again, the mini group is alive and well as photos by Westcott. Changing the game, baby. Changing the game. And then, of course, if you have a specialized talent, they find a way to sneak that into the picture too, which some people appreciate and some don't. But hey, In this day and age, if you can't shake a joke, what the hell are you doing out here? Oh, that's right.
Right.
You're bitching and complaining on social media. I forgot. Moving on. Look, I know you guys get all butthurt when we get away from softball, but I'm sorry it's happening. And it has to happen. And I know a lot of you that I talk to are fans of the USC. And I'm telling you right now, in all my years of watching, this weekend coming up might be the most stacked card the Ultimate Fighting Championships have ever put on. So
Yeah,
if you're not down for the UFC talk, we're gonna be chatting about it a little bit before we get to the review of the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll give you the warning. Normally I don't care, but I'll be nice enough to at least give you the. We're gonna talk about it for a while. The
But
fights.
do you care?
are
Wait.
ridiculous.
Hold on. Normally you don't care, but do you really care today?
I care enough to give them a warning that if they have something else they want to do, they're
okay.
more than welcome to go do it and come back
I
in
can
about
dig it.
20,
I can
30
dig it.
minutes, maybe. We might go longer. I don't know.
I can
Folks,
dig it.
bring it behind the fourth wall here a little bit. We don't really plan this shit out. We take a very rough outline of let's try to talk about it for this amount of time, and we usually go over that. So I can't
sure.
accurately say we're going to talk this long or that long. We come up with a couple topics and we just run the show. It's always worked that well. We're 30 in now. We still show up every week. We still have a good time. I still try to make things happen. We got avatars and better cameras and money shirts, and we're trying everything here. All right. So it's working. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're gonna talk about it. Again, I'm still not used to talking to the star of Avatar 2 and 3 over here next to me. But
Hey, I'm just saying it's a level up right there. It's a level up. It's a level up. We're listen. We are absolutely meta. You know what I mean? We're aware of the things that are going on around us, and and we're adapting. We're in the future. In my rap days, I have a song called DeLorean Music, and it says, let me hop into my DeLorean so I can take you to the future. So yeah, it's a thing.
I don't know. I'm getting some weird like Tron vibes right now, but
that's all right. That's all right. We are in it. Mark Zuckerberg said we are in it. I should have threw that should do an NFT off of this shit right here. The Glue Guys NFT.
Yeah, but we got so many good moments. Do we just do one of the shirt?
I don't know.
The tournament?
But I'm saying there's so many options. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no, there's a ton of options.
Yeah.
I mean, we could take a screenshot of episode 24. My face was completely, the veins were coming up. That would be my NFT.
Yeah, that was.
I think I could sell one or two.
Yeah, it might happen. It might happen.
I mean,
I'll stay there.
I think a couple haters would buy one.
Shout out to Illinois. Shout out to Illinois. Someone's
as long as you're not in downtown Chicago, stay safe.
Josh. Stay safe, man. Shit.
It don't look very safe. That's all I'm saying.
No, not to me either.
I guess it's South Side more than downtown. Downtown, you're not going to. But anyway, look, man, there's parts of Chicago you just don't want to be in right now.
Agreed.
But I can't. Shout out Sammy and Mario. They're both from Chicago. I got on. I got on Mario this weekend about being a Penguins fan. I couldn't help myself. Although I really had no standing to do so because Penguins I think have like 72 cups since the Flyers won one, so I really have no standing. But again, I'm a Philly fan, so we don't really need it. We talk about it regardless.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys are used to losing, so it's all good.
Oh, okay. We'll get you October 9th too, buddy.
Buddy. Things are gonna happen.
I mean, I'm cool with Kyler losing 15 yards on scrambles every time.
Nah, bro. That won't be happening out here, bro.
He's got no D-Hop, right? D-Hop's still trying to figure out what the hell he put in the system. He's got 6 more weeks to figure it out.
Yeah, I thought that was a little weird.
I'm so sorry. Okay, Mark's safe. Nice. Okay. Central
Illinois. Great thing. Being safe.
Love it.
Safe out here.
Yeah. So anyway, dude, this card, Jesus. I guess
UFC 276.
I mean, where to even start? I'm gonna call it up because there's so many good fights.
Live.
I forget.
Live from Las Vegas. T-Mobile Arena.
It's insane. I mean,
early prelims are fucking fantastic.
We're gonna start at the bottom and work our way up. These are the ones that are on ESPN, ESPN Plus. All right, these are the free
early
prelim.
Which
you have an easy. It would be the best UFC fight night ever if you just had the fights that are on free TV on this card. Probably, arguably, the best fight night ever. So leading it off, you got Rose Clark against. I am not even trying to Jujana. I'm not even trying to go there.
Yeah, we're gonna let her name be there. Stoliarenko. Stoliarenko. There we go.
Stoliarenko.
Stoliarenko. That's what we're going with.
I bet you it's Julia too.
Yeah, it probably is.
Where.
Or Shuhia.
Yeah, and I can't tell the flag there, but okay, whatever. She's from a foreign. It looks like an Eastern European country. That's how I judge that flag. Against an Aussie, I believe, in Jessica Rose Clark.
Oh, so okay, you know what? I got you. She's from Lithuania.
Thank you. So I'm right though. It still is Eastern European.
Yeah, no, you're on point, brother. Yeah.
All right, but anyway, she is also the heavy. Well, not heavy, but she's the underdog Lithuanian there. Only a plus 155. But Jessica Rose Clark had a very impressive decision. I think her last fight. In fact, I can call it up right now. Let's take a look because ESPN does a pretty good job putting it up here. Let's take a look. No, of course not. Okay. Anyway, I like Rose Clark in that fight. She's on a pretty good roll, but again, it's a prelim, and that's a pay-per-view fight right there.
That's an early prelim, not even prelims, dude. That's an early prelim.
Yeah, and that's the Bantam. So then women's flyweight. Okay, this one's going to be a good fight, even though the odds say no. This is going to be a good fight.
Yes, it is.
Jessica Eye versus Macy Barber, both Americans.
Yeah.
Macy Barber's been on a 10-2.
She's on
now,
a roll.
The knock is that she hasn't fought anybody, but that's not. The division's not done have a bunch of killers either. I mean, it is the flyweight, but Jessica Eye is going to be her first real challenge.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So we're that's going to be a great fight. I like Jessica Eye though; she's on a roll, and she is the underdog, and I still like her.
Okay.
So that's my upset.
All right. Okay. And
then our boy, we've talked about this before. Former runner-up, I think he didn't even win Ultimate Fighter. He's a runner-up.
Yeah,
I was pissed that season. Uriah Hall against Andre Muniz.
Muniz,
I think. Now, Uriah's a plus 260, so he's not remotely favored in this fight, fighting a younger dude. But these are the kind of fights that Hall can shock somebody. He's got enough crazy things going on.
And you want him to.
Silva, Anderson Silva Jr. kind of unorthodox stuff. He's got a shot. I don't know if he's going to win this one, but he's always fun to watch, man.
He's a good. Yeah, I was going to say he's always going to give you a good fight, no matter what.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. Again, we're still on the free stuff here. All right,
yep,
we move to ABC. Brad Tavares versus Duplessis. I don't even know his first name. Dricus Duplessis.
Yeah.
That looks like is he South African?
Let's see.
That's a South African flag?
Yes, he is South African.
All right, so that's the middleweights.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to be a pretty good fight. The odds have it being pretty even.
Yes.
A minus 140 plus 120, so it's almost a coin flip somewhat.
I've seen a fight from both fighters, single fight from both fighters. Both fights were really, really good. In fact, they both won those fights. I don't know enough about either one to call it, but should be a banger.
I am enjoying it. I'm not sure who's going to win that fight, so I'm going to leave that one alone. Yeah. And then one of our new favorites, Ian Gary against Gabe Green. Ian Gary, the favorite at minus 175. He will take this fight. I don't see a knockout. I'm feeling the decision at welterweight. But this one also on the ABC.
Yes.
You don't even need ESPN at this point. You can watch these fights. That's going to be a great fight. All right, and then this one kind of perplexed us being on free, but I think they're just trying to get him on the card. But Cowboy Cerrone fighting Jim Miller. Cowboy was a fill-in. Underdog.
Cowboy was a fill-in. The original Jim Miller's original opponent had to pull out. Cerrone was able to jump in there, especially given that his previous fight 2 weeks ago was
canceled.
Yeah, so that's why he got jumped in there. Yeah.
And it was Phoenix too, wasn't it? Where he got food poisoning?
Yep.
Shocker.
He got food poisoning here. And then the Houston pay-per-view, the other gentleman had a knee injury.
Yeah, so some taco joint Phoenix poisoned Cowboy Cerrone. Don't think we'll forget.
Fucking with them Bertos, bro.
Yeah, no.
Not at that time of night or some shit. You gotta know.
Then one of your favorite lightweights, Jalen Turner, going up against Brad Riddell.
Yes, sir. The tarantula. My guy, yes, 150. Sir. Yes, sir.
I like that.
I love him.
I'm smelling a nasty parlay here with all these fights, man.
It's gonna be fun.
And then they saw him over Christmas time handing out hundreds at Walmart's. Sugar Shane O'Malley.
Oh wait, we're in the main. We're on to the main card now.
Now we're all free. So these you got to pay for if you want to see.
Yeah, now we're on the main card. You got to pay for
update your goddamn Fire Stick. All right, just update your Fire Stick. We all know about that. I'm not promoting it. Don't ban me.
Run up.
Just saying it.
Pedro Munoz and Sean O'Malley. What are you looking at? I know O'Malley's favored. Significant favorite, but
I think it's a little too favored. A minus 300.
Yeah,
you know that's kind of really
disrespectful. Yeah, it's disrespectful. I was just gonna say that's kind of disrespectful. But you know, Sugar Shane's got the popularity, dude. No, Sugar Shane's got the popularity. Number two, Sugar Shane he puts up a good show, and the lead up to the show, and a lot of the bettors they're not betting simply because someone's a better fighter. In some cases, it's like this. Now, on the other hand, this is going to be a great fucking fight.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be one-sided whatsoever, dude. It's going to be great.
Pedro has some really nice wins in his career. I mean, I know he's 19-7, but he's had some battles. So we know he could take a couple punches. I mean, I'm going to be honest, and if you hate me, fine. I don't think that Sugar's had a very impressive knockout yet for me to where on a guy like Pedro.
Okay, if you want to say it's that caveat you added at the end against a guy like Pedro, okay, I'll give you. Because I was going to say that Sugar Shane's last fight, he got that type of knockout.
Yeah, but another force-fed guy where, look, I get it. UFC has a formula.
But I'm saying it's it's hard to blame him for the fighters he's fought so far because at the same time, he's dispatched them all except for Chito Vera, to which he's still trying to pretend he didn't lose to Chito, right? So I'm with you. That's why I'm like, it's hard for me to go full on to what you said, but I'm kind of with you because when he faced someone who probably is of that caliber, in Chito Vera, put him, pretty much put him down, put him out, broke his leg, his femur, forget. Now Pedro Munoz is legitimately that first challenge, I think, that meets the criteria you were just pointing out. That it's somebody who's really gonna bang with him, isn't afraid of him. So I do think it's gonna be a great fight. I know we keep saying that kind of, it's gonna be a great fight because it's not like a lot of these are going to be bad fights, but this one I think is gonna be really. It's gonna be the one we're all looking at. And we're not sure what the fuck is gonna happen. You know what I mean? Because if we jump to the next fight, the Robbie Lawler, Brian Barberena brings it, and it's hard to it's hard to bet against him. But Robbie Lawler's the vet, bro. The odds aren't that. I mean,
I don't like them. Vegas knows what they're doing. All right, I'm not gonna. There's many a time where I'm like, that's so wrong, and put money on it, and I was wrong. So I admit that. Yeah. But look. Robbie's a great fighter. I don't want to take away his career, but Robbie's definitely on the downside of the hill here.
Agreed.
All right. And the guy he's fighting is a killer.
He's a nut, bro. Yeah,
he's lost fights because he just decided to throw instead of be tactical.
Bro. He's nuts.
He's lost fights doing that. So that's a dedication that many fighters don't have. And Robbie, while he's a tough SOB, I don't know how many punches he could take. And I just keep seeing Tito hanging on too long and Chuck hanging on too long and just getting knocked the F out, and the discretion was not the better part of valor for those guys at the end. They just got their clocks clean. They just didn't have it at that age anymore. And I'm scared for Robbie, but then I see he's a favorite.
Right.
And I mean, it's only, 125 and then, Brian's at a plus 105. So that's
it's not
about as close to dead even without being
it's not too bad.
But man, I don't see Robbie winning this fight unless he catches him, and that could happen. That's why I find it hard. Chance.
I was gonna say I find it hard to flat out say, okay, Robbie's gonna do this. He's the vet. At the same time, I do kind of go, well, Robbie Lawler's a vet, bro. He's out there. He's been there. Brian Barberena is fucking nuts. Every time I've watched one of his fights, I'm like, this fucking guy's crazy, legitimately. But he's a hell of a fighter, and so you have to, and he's on the upward swing, so you have to wonder, could, like you said, could he be too much for Robbie Lawler? But to that same point, we're still talking about another great fight right there in the beginning of the main card. And I think the last thing I heard on Instagram or Twitter was Robbie Lawler's fight. The Robbie Lawler Barberena fight is supposed to be the first one out for the main card. Yeah. So when you think about it, it goes back to the speech the thing we were talking about. Fuck the prelims, fuck the early prelims for a second, which are great. But when you've got Robbie Lawler and Brian Barberina as the fucking walkout fight on a pay-per-view, and all you can bet is pretty much is going to go straight up from there, it's nuts.
Yeah,
because
that's not to go back to wrestling, but it's when they put on that match, it's going to start to show on the high, and those guys are trying to steal the show. That's the type of fight this is, where everybody on the card is going to try to match these guys, and it's going to set a very high precedent, I feel, for the whole night. Which, hey, let's go, because we're about to get into the two main fights here that the odds are not the greatest.
Three main. Yeah.
Three fight. So the next one is a guy who I love. I think you do too. Sean Strickland's been on a hell of a roll. Now he's got a challenge. Now
he's fucking weirdo though.
Yeah, I agree. But Alex Pereira is legit tough guy.
Oh yeah.
Not a ton of fights in UFC, but everyone has been like, whoa, we got to watch this guy.
Right.
And they're middleweights, so they're going to throw. All right. I'm sensing a knockout in this one. I don't know which way it's going to go. I like Strickland, but it could go either way. Alex is a badass.
I'm going with Pereira. I'm also going to add that one of the things with Strickland is, a lot of the fights that he's been with, he's with fighters that are smaller than him. So he can kind of bully them and keep them at bay with the jab, and it's great. Pereira's a big dude. Like, especially for the weight class, he's tall, he's long, so that jab and that distancing, may change because Pereira can get there, or more importantly, Pereira can come out there, and you can't jab if the guy's not there. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that makes that fight to me one of the best matchups here. On top of that, Strickland's just fucking nutsoid, so you never know what the fuck is going to go down with him. And Pereira's just dead ass focused on getting to Izzy. So it's gonna be a lot of energy. It's gonna be a whole hell of a lot of energy going on.
So that's gonna be a great fight. And then the veteran Max Holloway going against Alexander Volkanovski. Volkanovski is a terror. He literally has a switch he flips when he goes into that cage. Max has proven he could take a beating with the best of them, but I'm not sure how long it's been since he's faced somebody who throws as hard as Volkanovski does. Volkanovski also is so confident in his abilities, get himself out of position to be able to land a couple really hard shots and not worry about the punches coming back. We saw it last fight where he kind of shook it off on, all right, that was stupid, while he's in the fight.
Right.
I don't think that happens here. I think he's focused in. He's got a plan here to, get into the conversations, arguably the best pound-per-pound fighter in the UFC. Beating up on Holloway decisively will get him closer to that. I still think Usman kind of holds that title right now.
Agreed.
But he hasn't fought, and there's not really a challenger out there to get you excited for him. So this is a shot for Volkanovski to kind of move into that conversation. He's been dominant. He has been dominant.
My only problem with some of what you just said there, of course, is it's one thing for Usman to not be fighting just because he didn't want to. I mean, he was injured. So to me, that's a little different than just not fighting. Now, the other part, though, is, at this point, he's beaten everybody who's come his direction. And to your point, Volkanovski is kind of getting there, but I can't say that, that anything Volkanovski is doing right now is enough to get him up there to Usman. I don't necessarily agree with that idea.
No, I'm not saying that, and I know a lot of
people do, though. A lot of people are saying exactly that. If he beats Max here, he's arguably pound for pound, or he's in the conversation to be pound for pound. And for me, it's really hard to say that because, dude, that fight with Brian, oh fuck, his last name just slipped my mind.
Volkanovski or Usman?
No, Volkanovski.
Volkanovski. His last fight was
no, I didn't say his last fight, but the fight past, because the fight against Zombie was bullshit.
That was horrible.
Yeah, that was bullshit. So I don't even. That was whatever. The fight before that was with Brian. Fuck, I can't remember his last name. It's with Brian whatever. It was a dope fucking fight. Brian almost got him out twice, almost subbed him. I mean, it was a fucking nutsoid fight. It could have went either way. I haven't seen that happen to Usman in a minute, man. Like all of his fights have been decisive. Probably the last 5 or 6 fights, they've been decisively him controlling.
Yeah,
and
just
destroying.
preface it. I'm not saying a win over Holloway puts him on par or above Usman. I'm saying he just continues up the ladder toward that group or that
I can
pound for pound thing. I mean, look, Max got this fight, in my opinion, by the showing he had on the free fight back on ABC. All right, because that was Griffin Bonner type shit on free TV that he just had, you know. I think it was most strikes in UFC history in a 5-round fight or 3-round.
Yeah, against Cater, Calvin Cater.
I mean, that was insane, and nobody saw that coming.
Yeah,
so
some monster shit.
I think that fight propelled Max back into these the shot. There's nobody really there that's intriguing to challenge Volkanovski. Max is well respected, has done anything the UFC has asked. So this might be a gift. I don't know. He earned it, but
yeah.
I mean, he's going to have to come up with a hell of a performance to take Volkanovski out. I don't see it happening, but if there's anybody who's capable of surprising us, it is Max Holloway. So he absolutely has a puncher's chance here. And Volkanovski's been humbled a couple times, kind of knocked silly and came back out. Not in the last couple fights, but before that, right after he won the belt, he's been knocked silly and come back from it. So
right.
anything's possible is all I'm saying on that. If there's going to be a crazy upset, it'll probably be this fight, in my opinion.
Yes.
And then last, but certainly not least, the one I'm most looking forward to. And the reason I'm looking forward to this is because the Stylebender's last couple fights have been duds. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
I think they've been duds. Even when he went up and fought, even when he went up and fought Jan.
Yeah.
Jan laid on him all day. And it was a great strategy, but it was boring as hell to watch. Okay?
Fuck yeah.
So this is a fight that I'm super excited. I love both guys, so it's tough to pick. But what I do know about both guys is they're ready to bang.
Yes.
Adesanya is the king of the social media game. So he hears what people are saying. He understands the perception. He understands the perception of fighters better than most in the UFC.
Right.
Okay. He's worked this game since he's been champ and a little even before. Okay. You never know what he's going to do, and he keeps people on their toes. So I think he's ready to go out and bang with Jared Cannonier. I really believe Izzy kind of, I think, feels a little bit like these sons of bitches don't believe in me after everything I've done. I got to go rough this dude up now. And I think Izzy will bang because Izzy believes he can win that way.
Plus, he's ready. He's ready to elevate, and he keeps saying it.
Yeah.
He's alluded to it, previously, and I think in the run up to this fight, he's been a little more direct about saying, he wants to be that Conor level type of draw or that that type of thing. And in order to do that, you got to go there and fuck shit up. You got to bang shit. It's got to be exciting. You can't go in there and dance like you did with Yoel Romero. You can't go in there, even like the Whitaker fight. And I like Rob Whitaker a lot. And he was given Izzy fits, but just not enough. And I guess for Izzy, that's the thing is he can't keep doing these just not enough fights and be able to elevate the way he wants to, in terms of fans and in terms of people's interest in him and whatever. So I think it's going to be a banger beyond banger. Cannonier's my guy. He's always ready to fucking bring it. The fact that that last fight with Brunson.
That was a great fight.
Oh my god, he fucking smoked that shit. It was
because I thought Brunson was going to win that fight.
Yeah,
Brunson was on a hell of a run. Yeah, and Cannon said nope. Nope. Because that was decisive.
It was totally
decisive.
Man. It was like this is not even a choice there's no choice in the matter. It is flat out. And he made it clear. There was some question if you remember, but in the lead up to that,
because he was on a run.
Questions.
Lost. They weren't sure. I mean, you want to talk about storybook? That's exactly if you're writing it. That's the way you put yourself back into that conversation. I mean, obviously, both men knew if they won that fight, they were probably getting the shot at Izzy.
No, it was clear.
Izzy dictates. Now, don't forget, Izzy said before that fight he would fight Cannon. He liked him, that he introduced himself and was respectful, and he would love to fight him. Before that fight, he said it, and I went, doesn't change my opinion. Brunson's on too good a roll. Not sure where Jared is with his law. And Jared said, yeah, I got it, asshole. I got it. I'm good. And again, decisive. Now, Vegas has Izzy as a plus 470 favorite. Not exactly a great betting. Obviously, got to put it into a parlay or some other bets. But I think Jared, I don't know, man. Maybe a plus 300, maybe a plus 290. Like Jared earned enough respect to at least, get some odds. But then again, maybe if you believe in him, you're going to bet all over this thing at plus what's he at? 360.
Yeah.
So even to throw $5 on Cannonier if you think he's got a puncher's chance is a great bet as far as odds go.
Right.
But Izzy, I think Izzy hears the whispers. I think Izzy knows what's happened the last couple of fights, and I think he's been training a little harder than normal to go into a stand-up fight. But the thing is, Jared Cannonier is no pushover on the ground. So some of the things that Izzy was able to maybe not train as hard on or get away with in other fights, like, I don't think he was ready to go to the ground with Romero. I think he trained really hard on it with Jan, but that was just, you can't judge that fight based on the weight difference because that's all the factor was in that fight. Izzy tried to attack him, Izzy tried to wrestle him, and Jan did exactly what he needed to do to win the fight in decision. So I'm not judging Izzy on that at all. But Cannonier can go both ways. He can fight on the ground too. So, he's got a decent submission game. So let's see what happens. Let's see. I think Izzy's going to pull something out of the bag here that we haven't seen in a while, and he's going to surprise Jared, and then that's how he's going to win. I think this is going to end up going to decision. I don't see a knockout here.
I don't see a finish.
I don't see
a good finish. No, I don't see a good finish at all.
Yeah, too smart here. Too smart.
I agree.
But again, looking over this card, even if you're a casual fan of UFC, this is insane. Mm-hmm. Just an insane group of fights. Like every fight is legit you need to watch. There's no pee break fights here, folks.
Right.
I don't know if you need to get a catheter.
That's a little
bottle.
Extreme. That's a little extreme.
But listen, don't get up. Don't get up, man. Or you got to have the bathroom right next to you and be quick between, the fights and they cleaning out the ring because it's still, you're going to miss something.
Still a little extreme.
You're going to miss something. You know what I mean? It's not like the movies where, they're doing the there's that website that tells you when to take the pee breaks after they go see the movie for the slow parts. So that's the UFC card. I'm excited, man. I'm sure we'll talk about it next week too. I'm pretty excited to see how this thing goes, man. A lot of good fights. So a bunch of us sweat our asses off at Cactus this weekend. Good competition, though, man. Good competition. I tried something a little different. I had the 50s go straight up. They weren't too happy about that. And looking over some stats and conversations, I'm gonna go back to what the rule states and give them their 5. But the only point I'll make is I heard a couple of people say, well, the rule is the rule. I got a slight problem with that. A rule is not just a rule. It needs to be tested, and factors are involved in that, okay? A rule has always been the baseline for something, okay? It doesn't have to be the be-all, end-all. That's why they get challenged and changed and things. And, if you don't poke at a rule and test it, you'll never know if it's actually truly a good rule or not. So, I just want to remind guys that some of these 50s teams were smoking 40 major teams back in January and February. I just remember that. You got to look at the whole body of work. Now, that being said, we're going back to it so everybody can relax. But don't try to sell me on the fact that it's such an egregious crime. All right, you guys are smoking some teams. So let's just take in all of it, okay? Let's just take in all of it before we go, well, rule's a rule. Yeah, I don't look at it that way. It's not that black and white. And if a rule is a rule, why do you guys always argue with me about the most minuscule ones? So it is what it is, but we're going back to it. I looked over all the scores and everything, and it makes sense. There's a reason it's there. I just testing the limits. That's what I'm here to do. Let's make sure these rules are tested. That just happened to be one. The more I thought about it, I think that's the way to go. So being fully transparent as a director, that's my thought on it. But anyway, tournament this weekend, both 50s teams, Heat and Amigos, had a couple wins, big wins. Let's just say that Heat won one game 26-6. That's all I'm going to say. Now, it was early, so, nobody had lost 40 pounds yet in water weight, but just putting that out there. I think we were all thankful for the air conditioning within 20 yards of the fields. Toward the end of the day, we had the kind of monsoon roll over, so the cloud cover came in. That helped immensely. But then we also had to deal with 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts both days, actually. It was more toward the ships on Saturday, and in co-ed, I think we were down the last 4 when it hit. So a couple guys, Nick was out there playing co-ed. He did a hell of a job pushing the ball through the wind. A couple pitchers did a real nice job doing that, especially in the co-ed with the 11-inch female or women's ball. Oh my God, that thing was talk about spins and whatnot.
Right.
That's not a dumb question, but I will tell you right now, one is the answer to that question. You only need one 40s guy to not be considered a 50s team. So Saturday, AAA again up for grabs. The usual suspects hanging around. A1, Puro. Sonoran was a little off this tournament. And then who's next is the not so underdogs anymore. That's the 3 straight tournaments. They've really, really done well. They make it and they end up losing to Puro, but my God, they put a fight up. And then Puro finally kind of put it all together for a run here. We've seen them come close. This was the weekend where the entire team contributed. Everybody had clutch plays. You know, I'm glad everybody got a chance to touch that belt because it was a team effort. And it's phenomenal. So I'm glad to see that for Reggie and the boys. I will say I will not show it on the stream because children watch, but I did receive a picture of Chore shirtless with the belt, and I will never be the same. I cannot unsee that. So, yeah, but I'm glad those guys got to enjoy it. I'm glad the whole team got a chance to, have some time with the belt. I felt like maybe it might have got monopolized by certain members, but no, it got passed around. And that's because Reggie's a great coach. He knows how to handle all those egos, and that's why he's also the Challenge Cup coach. Not good enough to win with Puro. Now I'm going to put him in bigger hot seat with even bigger egos putting that team together. So, but I got all the faith in the world with him, Ernie, and Richie, the respective coaches. So congrats to Puro. Then over in majors, no surprise, Jimmy was out there coaching and playing. So obviously when Jimmy plays, his team wins. So S-Bob, nice run there to take it, get the belt. They did something really cool with their belt, which I heard about on Sunday. The whole team signed the belt and then gave it over to one of the sponsors to display. So I thought that was a really cool way to kind of use it and get it to the sponsor. So that was pretty cool. Very original, I thought. Instead of one guy grabbing it and holding on to it, the whole team signed it and gave it to the sponsors. That's really cool. So congrats to those guys. Couple major teams, Bandits battled their tails off. Really, like I said, it was hot, man. Everybody, S-Bob, I think they brought a roster 18. So they had the subs, you know what I mean? But, the usual suspects there, John Ramirez really pitched his ass off. I don't know what it was this time, but it definitely seemed like his delivery was throwing a couple guys off, and it wasn't anything illegal. So let's make sure we're clear about that. But he knew how to, push it right up to the limit and use it to his advantage, and that was fun to see. John also had a really, really good hitting weekend. I think they walked it off in the Ship, but I know John had a big home run toward the end of the Ship game. I don't know if it was in the Open or the inning before. Again, I was kind of running back and forth, getting ready for the AAA Ship to be done. A little shorthanded this weekend, so I didn't have a lot of time to kind of sit and watch the Ship games like I like to do. Right. But a really nice weekend for the S-Bob boys. And like I said, Bandits played really well. Also, I appreciate all the major teams coming out. Little sad news, it ended up being the last tournament for Icon. They ended up, Gabe decided to kind of fold that. He's having too many issues trying to get players, and it's been a rough go for him since he took over. So they just decided to fold it. I know Gabe's also real busy with the women's side of things, helping out over there. So I know a lot of those guys from Icon are looking for teams. So here's your public service announcement. I know Chad Canassi was looking for a team. I know Morton, I think, I saw posted. So a bunch of those guys are looking. So, hey, nobody's got any excuses now. You're allowed 3 major players on your AAA team. I know most of the major teams are full. So I'm not going to call it sandbagging because those guys, if they don't have a major team to go to, they can go play AAA if that team hasn't loaded up. So, good guys to take a look at it if you need to plug some holes. So just kind of get those guys a plug and maybe help them out a little bit. I'll be sorry to see him go. I love my conversations with Gabe. He's a number 1 ball breaker, so I got to be on my game when he comes at me. But if ever you run into him, ask him what I replied when he sent me a picture of a Ghost Max ball, asking if he could use them this weekend. Just ask him what my response was. So then the co-ed. Interesting it being the first time. We kind of went in, just had everybody ranked the same to try to make it simple and figured out. I did not see any team super dominate another, so it wasn't out of control. No changes need to be made right in the moment. I know I got a couple messages that are asking, about the major guys and are we going to rate them? And I'm still figuring all that out. I'm tentatively looking at August to do it again, where we'll do a one-day tournament with the men's and then have the co-ed on Sunday. I'm still flirting with the idea of adding 35-plus women in with the 40-plus guys, just so we can get more participation, more teams. We got a lot of interest, so I'm trying to find the best way to do it. I know some of the problems that some people have with that when I ask for feedback. That I've taken that all into consideration, but I'm still working on it. I'm not ready to make a decision yet, but we're going to be doing another one that looks like August, just in case anybody was going to ask me. So that was fun. Standard Plumbing ended up taking that. They went against the SBOB Voodoo team in the ship. I will say, surprisingly enough, and I hate giving Dave and free plugs, but Mickey was killing it with that Louisville Slugger this weekend. He ended up DHHing in the co-ed and was just, I think he had 7 or 8 bombs for the co-ed. So, and let me tell you, professional pitchers in co-ed this weekend. Every guy I saw pitching was a good pitcher. Papa was out there. Nick from Vintage, and he jumps on. He was out there. Every guy I saw pitching was legit this weekend. So it wasn't just, guys trying to throw to the mat. These guys were pitchers. So, not that Mickey needs any wind blown up his skirt, but he had a good weekend, and I got to see it. Oh, my fault. That's right. Dub's crew beat those guys to get to there. And Dubs came up through the losers bracket. My apologies to Dub and his crew there and Sandra. They working up through the losers was not fun, man. Not fun. That was a lot of games. And the reason I got confused is because Dub's crew walked it off in the open to get to the ship, if I remember correctly, and I got confused there. Again, shorthanded running around. So I apologize to Dub's crew. Second place, and that was my mistake. So a nice showing. Again, the first one we're learning. We're going to be fluid with the rules, but everybody I talked to had a good time. Again, a couple people felt that some guys were hitting at girls. I personally didn't see it. I thought everybody pretty much behaved themselves. Apparently except Mickey, because he was trying to throw girls out at first from center field or right field, and that's an unwritten no-no. And he'll learn. But hey, quick shout-out co-ed-wise, Mike Campbell running outfield. And he was running right center too. He didn't punk out and take a corner. Running center field. So shout out Mike Campbell. While you maybe had no business being out there, I appreciate the effort. I saw you trying to run some balls down. So I wanted to make sure I gave Mike a shout out because I'm not used to seeing him in the outfield at all. So that was a startling sight. Let's just put it that way. Getting used to that one. But hey, thanks everybody for coming out. Obviously, our next tournament's July 30th. That's a big one. That's state. You play that one, you qualify for Worlds. So that's the easiest way to qualify if you're thinking about going to Worlds is play states July 30th, 31st at Cactus. And we're sharing the fields. That's why I'm not doing the co-ed there. I need the fields for the men's. I hope to have all split divisions, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll start working on that this week and try to get a head count of who's coming and who's not. We probably are going to cap it. So if you are thinking about it, I would highly suggest you sign up. Either get a hold of me or Bob or just sign up on the website. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to cap it. I hope to find out this week what that number will be. Other than that, that covers our softball talk, my friend. And yeah, we're good. We got the UFC. We got, we'll keep it nice and trim tonight. And
Yeah,
you can get in
let's get
under
outta
an
here.
hour, and we're done. And then we can figure out whatever the hell's going on over there in your little office and your keyboard and what else? Meta man.
Yes, most definitely. Yes.
All right. Play the
It's
clutch,
been great.
baby.
Yes, sir. Peace.